the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. You know, it seems, fellas, like every time LeBron takes the court, he has a chance to pass another career milestone. When it's all said and done, where do you think he ends up on the NBA's all-time scoring list, Shaq?
Well, it'll be very hard for him to make a run at the top two, Ernie. However, it's never a good idea to doubt LeBron because he's already passed me up in the scoring list, so you can't doubt the guy.
He's got that going for him. How about it,
you know, man, Ernie, I just think how long he plays. If he plays, 17, 18 years, he's going to be in the top two. But if he stops at about 15 and says, I just want to spend time with my kids, then I don't think so.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. Look at the Heat winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
And making it look easy. I mean, a terrific run. And who knows, this may just be the tip of the iceberg. They could have a lot more wins in store before it's all said and done.
I wouldn't be surprised at all given the way they are playing. Team basketball at its finest.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. It clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. And LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks, DA, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And Steve, these teams both compete on the glass. Rebounding is on their calling card.
I mean, you get a chance to watch when the ball goes up, that's when the game starts. They are bumping, they are pushing, they are trying to get position. And if you can get rebounds, you give your team another possession. And more possessions, the increased chances you have a chance to win that game.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So here is Miami's starting group. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Mickey out there with Whiteside, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position.
A nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Thomas goes in. Love dishes to Rose. Back to Love. Thomas against Dragic. The screen from Thompson. Thomas passes to Rose. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Rose has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Waiters outside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in the groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Dragic with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Waiters gets a wide open look off the left rim and out.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Rose. Cleveland moving the ball around. Thompson dishes to Rose. The baseline J off the mark.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Dragic the pass to Johnson. Now here's Waiters. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. And here is Thomas. Passes it to Love. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Kicks it out to Love. Another three for Cleveland.
Getting by with a little help from his teammates. Love off the screen.
Outside Dragic. Pass to Mickey. Johnson outside. Kicks to Whiteside. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, takes the three, and Goran Dragic hits from deep.
Oh, okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's James. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. Rose against Waiters. Pass to Dragic. Over Thomas. And Dragic with the basket on the assist by Waiters. Dragic has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
From deep, Thomas, another three for Cleveland. Nice back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Outside against Thompson. Outside Dragic. Shot off the screen. Love grabs the board.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And a wide open look for James. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Waiters passes to Mickey. Johnson the screen. Here's Mickey. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Johnson with a screen on Rose. No one covering.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter. And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
Miami trailing. Outside Dragic. The feed now to Whiteside. And no good that time. And Cleveland will come the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Now Dragic following the three-point attempt by Kevin Love. And it's Dragic off the drive in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Strong move at the rim, overpowers the smaller defender.
James, that's a two-pointer. That's short off the rim.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Dragic against the bucket.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Johnson against James. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The toughness of Thompson powering up for the score, plus a chance to add to his total at the line.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Miami also making a switch. Winslow's checked in for Johnson. Hey, Steve, we're here at the midway point of the season. You hear a lot about the rookie wall. Talk about why that is such an issue for these first-year guys.
It's not a myth. I mean, you haven't played this amount of games. And I think more importantly, people don't understand, you haven't played against this type of talent in practice. So practice is wearing you down. And then you get a chance to go up against the best of the best for 82 games. You play about 30 in college. Yes, that rookie wall starts to hit you around January.
Here's Thomas. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. 3 on the clock. Wade for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Dwayne Wade has been working to improve that three-point shot. He knows that's a key to aging gracefully.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. He feeds it to Whiteside. Drops in the layup for 2. Whiteside's got 6. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, on the road, role players often have a harder time scoring. But on that night, it was just the opposite.
And Thompson throws it down.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Miami's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Mickey in the post. He's guarded by Love. Mickey can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Thompson, a screen on Dragic. And Thomas, here we go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Cavaliers have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
Taking 2 shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
Now, here's Whiteside. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Dallas. Shot clock at 5. Whiteside sets the pick for Winslow. Back to Ellington. That 3 off the mark. Well, Cleveland shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. Thomas against Johnson. There's the dish to Smith. Wade on the wing. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Dwayne Wade. The Heat trail by 5. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Dishes it to Ellington. Whiteside kicks to Winslow. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Back to Ellington. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ellington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here's Thomas. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Pulls up on the wing. Jump shot is good. Thomas got 7.
Well, early on, neither team putting much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
Now, here's Ellington. His last outing, he had 8 points. Winslow dishes to Whiteside. Ellington kicks to Whiteside. And the pass to Johnson. Lets it go with a three. And the Heat, another three.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
And the basket by Wade.
Wade making the defenders look like they're underwater when he drives it.
The Heat trail by three. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Thomas against Johnson. Winslow dishes to Whiteside. There's the pick. Whiteside a screen. Ellington from outside. Isaiah Thomas grabs the miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Inside and stolen by Whiteside. An even 3-on-3 break. Now here's Ellington. Wade is covering. Ellington kicks to Whiteside. Olynyk in the corner. Fires the three. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Outside Crowder. A three-pointer, no good. The Heat trail by three. Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. Feeds it to Winslow. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. There's 42 seconds left in the first. They set the pick. And Olynyk kicks to Ellington. Clock at 4. Winslow. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Cavaliers leading by 3. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Wade with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit. To the inside. Fry. And Fry slams it in.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a gifted passer.
Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Over Fry. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
On the floor for Miami, Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. Wayne Ellington is out there with Tyler Johnson, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Johnson. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Dallas. Ellington with it, now guarded by Shumpert. Johnson the screen. There's the 3. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Johnson.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
No good from Fry.
And on some plays, everything goes your way. except for the finish.
In the corner, Winslow with it. Olynyk dishes to Ellington. Olynyk, a screen on jumper. Ellington kicks to Olynyk. Heat moving the ball around. Johnson the screen. The tray. Jay Crowder with the rebound. And Greg Johnson, it's that burst he plays with on the floor that makes him such an energizer.
Yeah, and for a player who isn't the biggest guard, you know, he attacks with reckless abandon. Great speed of play in the half court as well as transition. And he's really slippery and can step in if you overcommit.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Rose, no good. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Winslow kicks to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on jumper. Back to Winslow. Now here's Ellington. Guarded by Shumpert. Here's Olynyk. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Rose passes to Smith. Off the mark, and the drop continues. Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Passes it to Olynyk. Rose against Johnson. Back to Olynyk. He kicks it to Johnson. Johnson the screen. Ellington with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Miami no good on that time either. Cavaliers leading. There's a good screen. Outside Rose. Down low. Out to Smith. Launches it. Again, the miss by Smith. The Heat have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And the shot is good from Johnson.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. A terrific lead pass.
Rose against Johnson. Rose dishes to Crowder. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Johnson attacking. And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. And the basket by Olynyk. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominating.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
For the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's checked in for Fry. LeBron comes in for Smith, and it's Carter in for Shumpert. Then for the Heat, Jordan Mickey's checked in for Justice Winslow. Dion Waiters comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Now here's Love. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Now Dragic, he's got 10. He dishes it to Johnson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Johnson against James. The kick out to Rose. They grab their own miss. Love back to James. Carter outside. LeBron against Johnson. It's a pick by Love. Back to Carter. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got assist number 5 here tonight.
The facilitator, LeBron, sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you. You know, the Cavs are able to stay big and still space the floor. When they put Kevin Love and Channing Frye together, it's a death lineup that they're shooting.
From deep, Johnson. And that one is off. And Cleveland the other way now. And here is LeBron. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And with LeBron's ability to play the power forward, the Cavaliers can go small and slide Kevin Love, Steve, to the 5.
And very effective with their small lineups. But one thing they've lacked is great rim protection. They can rebound just fine, but shot blocking is something they've lacked.
The offensive rebound. Olynyk the pass to Dragic. Olynyk dishes to Dragic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Steve, they say the defense wins championships. Talk about the value of communication on the floor when it comes to a team playing great team defense.
I think, Kevin, for fans and especially young kids out there, watch the great teams, the teams that are winning championships. They communicate. The teams that are not winning, you can see on the bench, not a lot of guys are talking. You don't see communication with players and coaches. The teams that win, they are a constant chatter about making the right play and also criticizing each other, but constructive criticism.
Did you learn that watching other teams that were great as they were at the top of their game and you guys were developing a team and you were a developing player?
I think for me, at a young age, getting a chance to watch the Detroit Pistons, being from Detroit, hanging around Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, and obviously the late, great Chuck Daly, they were in constant communication, and they won, so that helped me be able to develop my communication skills.
Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Green's checked in. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Now here's LeBron. 5 points in the game. And Rose wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go either for Rose.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Johnson can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's LeBron. Over in the corner, Rose. Love kicks to LeBron. From deep. Rose with another miss.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
LeBron against Johnson. Back to Dragic. It's stolen by Green. Now here's LeBron. Here's Rose. And that one goes long.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Miami no good on that time either. Well, Cleveland shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. James outside. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Dragic all alone. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game level intensity.
Pass to Green. James with it. 5 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And finished off by LeBron.
The quick first step of James, along with his power, that's the difference on the drive.
And so here is Miami. They trail by 3. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game. And it cost them.
You know what? They were awful offensively. Labored to score on any level.
Now here's Green after the miss from Goran Dragic. James, the pass to Thomas. To the paint, 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to LeBron. And it's off from three-point range.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Inside. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Whiteside. The screen from Thompson. The drive by James, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And the Cavs over the last few seasons setting records when it comes to three-pointers made.
And really, they did a good job of surrounding LeBron with floor spacers. They doubled down on that when they got Channing Frye. And then when he and Kevin Love play together in the front court, the Cavs can bury you with their long-range shooting.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Mickey. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the rise of the analytics movement in basketball, Steve, hard to miss over the last 5 or 6 years. You can't read a story without a writer, without a broadcaster referring to some kind of number, analytic term, or an angle to a story. Teams incorporating a more scientific approach. How do you like that?
You know, Kevin, I love it, especially when you're evaluating guys coming out of college to the pro game. So much when guys use it just 100% to how to coach the game, teach the game, draft players. I still think all sports is a game of feel. And when you're out on that court, I'm not looking at saying this guy shoots from here because he's capable of doing other things. I think a little bit of low dosage of it, but more importantly, I want guys to know how to play the game from a field.
And here's Wade after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Stolen by Waiters. In transition, here comes Miami. Lets it go from 14. Tries again, and it's laid in by Whiteside. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And yes, it's good.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. To the middle. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Haters no luck.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Outside, Green. Green with a screen on Waiters. Kicks it to Thomas. Green with a screen for Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. Back to LeBron. Lets it go with a 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Miami ahead. They're up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the Halftime Show. I'm Ernie Johnson. The guy nodding over here is Kenny the Jet Smith. And the guy that's doing that is Shaquille O'Neal. Goran Dragic has been the story in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Efficiency, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My wife and I toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Goran Dragic has been exceptional here, guys.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Cavaliers trailing. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward position. Thomas is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. And Miami has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot. There's the screen. Waiters outside. Here's Dragic from outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. LeBron kicks to Thomas. Good on the shot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The Heat trail by 4. Dragic kicks to Mickey. Pass to Waiters. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. There's the pick. Whiteside, a screen on Rose. Johnson right side. Waiters for 3. Johnson coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Thomas. And there's the feed to Love. Cleveland moving it around. 6 to shoot. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. And Love has it in the corner. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone the way he goes about defending the rim. It's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
The Heat trail by 4. Outside a screen. Johnson kicks to Mickey. In the corner, it's Whiteside. Johnson outside. Whiteside, a screen on Thompson. Waiters for 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Waiters got 6 in the quarter.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Rose. 11 points in the game. Thomas passes to Thompson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Thompson's got 6.
Refining his skill set inside. You see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Over Thompson, and Thompson sends it back. Rose against Waiters. Right side Rose. Love outside. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thomas got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunity.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Cavaliers making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And then for Miami, Justice Winslow comes in for Jordan Mickey, and Ellington is subbed in for Waiters. Dragic against Thomas. From 13, bounces high off the rim and drops. Dragic has got 19 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
He feeds it to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Thomas. Dragic against Thomas. Right side, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Cleveland.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
The first one falls. Whiteside, earlier in his career, didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Whiteside sets the pick for Winslow. The pass to Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Three-pointer Ellington. Miami no good on that time either.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Outside Rose. It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic has got the ball. Here's Olynyk, and he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Miami with a change here too. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic.
One shot.
Vinny, we have a question sent in by a viewer. They want to know if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would you pick? And got anything for that?
You know what? Kevin, that's a good question. There's so many, especially my mom's cooking. But I'm going to go with shrimp fried rice. That's the one I think I would eat for the rest of my life.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Kevin Love. Got that one up quick.
The defense has to be better. When he gets those looks, he usually knocks them down with ease, like he did there.
Carter kicks to Love. Back to Carter, takes a three, and the three ball is good. Carter's got 6 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Olynyk. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Winslow against Smith. The dish to Carter. Feeds it to Love. To the middle. It's tipped. 5 to shoot. Winslow against Smith. Winslow's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 3. Now Carter. He has 6. And Love throws it down.
And how about Kevin Love showing he can get above the rim when he wants to.
The Heat have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Johnson, a wide open look, and he hits the jump shot. He's got 8.
This is why you like to get him touches. He makes things happen.
It's a pick by Love. Bobbed up there for Love. Johnson dishes to Whiteside. Back to Johnson. Pass to Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Olynyk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush, there's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
A different look now for Cleveland. Lane comes in for Shumpert. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Carter. Cleveland's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. 16 feet away. A second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Love. Love's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's not just lurking for threes. Kevin Love also dangerous on the glass.
Dishes it to Winslow. Whiteside, a screen on Crowder. Green against Olynyk. He kicks to Ellington. He dishes it to Johnson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Wade outside. Down low. Winslow against Crowder. Here's Johnson, and Wade sends it back.
One of the all-time great shot blockers at the off-guard position. None other than Dwayne Wade.
Back to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Wade drives in. They kick it out to Green. Smith for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Heat trail by 4. Master Olynyk kicks it to Ellington. Outside against Love. Pass on Whiteside again. Whiteside's got 6 points in the quarter. And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention speed to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Ellington kicks to Olynyk. Now here's Ellington. Not a lot of room. Pass to Olynyk for the lead. Here's Whiteside for the tie. Wade with the block. And here's Love. 9 points in the game so far. To the inside. Now the feed to Crowder. Smith outside. Wade passes to Love. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Love's got 12 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Winslow. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Outside Crowder. Green kicks to Crowder. Here's Smith. He dishes it to Love. For Miami, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. First free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. James comes in for Green, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Smith. Then for the Heat, Jordan Mickey's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Johnson dishes to Johnson. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Can't get it to fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Every loose ball, 50-50. We got to come up with those. We got to come up with those. Those will decide the game.
Coach Eric Spoelstra wanting every possible possession, asking his guys for the extra effort.
And it's not just raising your intensity level. You have to maintain it for the long haul. I mean, to really wear down your opponent, you want to break their spirit.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. On the court for the Heat, Johnson and Waiters are the guard set. Mickey out there with Winslow, and it's Johnson in at the 3-set. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 1 point on the basket from Dion Waiters.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
LeBron passes to Wade. Back to James. He feeds it to Crowder. Shoots over Winslow. No good off the front iron.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Shots good by Waiters.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Outside Thomas. Wade, a screen on Johnson. Right side Thomas. In the corner, it's James. Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Over Johnson. Here's Crowder. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Heat have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Johnson with it. Wade picks him up. Here's Mickey. And the pass to Johnson. They set the screen. And Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Outside Thomas. Thompson, a screen on Johnson. Off the screen. Look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Johnson dishes to Johnson. Over James. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Wade on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Waiters against Wade. Outside Thomas. Takes a three. Mickey grabs the board. Mickey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Waiters. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Waiters got 12 points in just the second half. Thomas against Johnson. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Stolen by Waiters. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. Rose, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Heat also with a sub. Dragic is checked in. And it's the Heat with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Takes a three. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Rose. The screen from Thompson. LeBron against Winslow. 5 on the clock. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
And so here is Miami. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Here's Dragic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Right side, Thomas. Johnson against LeBron. Thompson outside. Back to LeBron. Inside, goes up to the stripe. A shot off that time. And Miami the other way now. And the basket by Thomas.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Waiters passes to Dragic. Mickey kicks to Waiters. Over James. Miami no good on that time either.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
The screen from Thompson. Outside Rose. Outside Crowder takes the three. Thomas dishes to Crowder. Oh, good on the triple. The Heat have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Waiters for 3. And it's Waiters again missing. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Crowder is screen on Dragic. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Thomas against Dragic. 5 to shoot. Back to Thompson. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Thomas over Winslow. Thompson misses. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. The dish now to Waiters. Passes to Mickey. Good ball movement here by Miami. Dragic with it. Picked up by Thompson. There's Winslow. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Winslow's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Thompson, a screen on Johnson. Off the pick. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
You know, that's a solid screen by Tristan. Understands how to position himself.
The Heat have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Back to Dragic. Rose against Waiters. Stolen by Thompson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Rose. Kicks it out to James. Thompson in the corner. Back to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
Here's Dragic. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Winslow. There's the pick. Dragic with a wide open look. No good from outside. Cleveland leading by 4. Now here's James. Down low. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches. Right at the basket.
Waiters with the ball. Dishes it to Johnson. And that one is good.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Thompson, a screen on Johnson. LeBron against Johnson. James dishes to Thomas. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Love check in for Cleveland. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. The Heat trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
That one a little long. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Thomas against Dragic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Goran Dragic.
At the line for Cavaliers, Isaiah Thomas. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. Johnson against LeBron. And Waiters, here we go. Rose with the block.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
The Heat trail by 12. Timeout called the Heat. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. And he tried to pep them up. He said, look, nobody said this was going to be a cakewalk. We knew they weren't going to back down or go away. So if we want this game, we got to take it from them. A lot of fire from Coach during that speech, Kevin.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
Come on, back it up, man.
Kicks it out to Love. Now Thomas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Isaiah Thomas.
Free throw good, Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Whiteside, a screen on Rose. And here is Waiters. Johnson, a wide open look. Here's Whiteside. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's James to the wing right side. Wallace with it, working on Mickey. 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. Love trying to break loose. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Waiters has it in the corner. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. He dishes it to Whiteside. And the rejection by Love.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
LeBron outside. To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Cleveland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for LeBron.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And here is Thomas after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. In the corner, it's James. Johnson with the block.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
There's Dragic with the 3. Dragic with another miss. LeBron kicks to Thomas. So it's Cleveland winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
No, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.